e dey play and it also dey show. Make una see wetin dey happen or make una hear wetin dey happen. Militants loyal to Biafra separatists don shut down military helicopter. This military helicopter is Cameroonian helicopter who always intrude into the Bakassi Peninsula, even after knowing fully well that that area belongs to the Biafran people. They want to grab it by fire by force. Imagine 5 million people want to grab a land that belongs to 85 million people. Is that possible? It is not possible. In terms of population, we go run them out. In short, we go even take over that their Cameroon. So they better take their time. Anyway, my people, now this one, the important information. Why I can't come for my people? This midday broadcast coming from the platform of Okute Daily Talk. And I am Amandia Neze, the broadcaster or the reporter. Have a nice day, happy weekend, happy Friday. DGIF. It shall be well with all of us. Here are other headlines. Breaking news. EFCC arrests a billionaire Nkwocha for internet fraud, money laundering, and internet fraud again. Internet fraud and internet fraud again. EFCC, they don't see Yaya Bello to arrest, but they arrest any Igbo man. EFCC does not break into Yaya Bello's house for 80 billion naira, but they break into Rotas Okorocha's house for 2.1 billion naira. And you will come out tomorrow and tell me that one Nigeria, everybody have to preach one Nigeria. Ogu lo makbae. Ogu na go kill your entire generation. If you ever make that comment, you are a day. Because anybody that have to, anything that have to do with the Southeast, just look at what is happening now. Joe Ajero is an Igbo man from Imo State. Now they are charging him for treasonable felony. But they have 400 names that the UAE released, that people who are sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. Mostly 95% of those names came from the north. Have you ever seen them read the name on the public? They can never, or they will never arrest anybody. But very easy for them to say people who went to protest is a treason. Joe Ajero, who is the chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress, is committed a treasonable felony, treasonable offense. Nnamdi Kanu committed treasonable offense. But Boko Haram bandits, 24 hours, who have rendered the northeast, northwest, and north central useless. They are repentant Boko Harams. And you will come out and tell me Okute, that one Nigeria, now I go send you to an early grave. Service to community. Governor Otis' speech at the Citizens Town Hall engagement on strengthening community policing. Just in, Imo police arrest suspected kidnappers and rescue victims. My people, let us hit the ground running. Make sure you share this video. If you don't share them, then me and you go put leg in one trouser. Cameroonian military helicopter have been reportedly crashed after separate militants believed to be a black marine fired several explosives targeting the helicopter. It dey show it is happening in Bakassi Peninsula. It was gathered that the military aircraft combed Abana, Bakassi Peninsula to dislodge separatists who have seized control of Abana waterfront since 5 days. I never see anything. Eyewitnesses said 2 sound of bomb explosives was heard. The helicopter quickly diverted with more smoke poured out. It was not clear where the aircraft landed or where it crashed. EFCC arrests a billionaire Biafran Nkwocha for internet fraud and money laundering. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, said its operatives have arrested one hygienist Nkwocha, is described as billionaire internet fraudster and money launderer in Abuja, Nigeria's capital. Spokesperson for EFCC, Dele Oyewale, said in a statement that Nkwocha was arrested on Wednesday, August 21, 2024, for alleged internet fraud and money laundering at Evergreen Estate behind Millennium Estate, Lugbe, Abuja. According to the statement, the 35-year-old suspect was arrested following intelligence about his suspected involvement in internet fraud and money laundering. The anti-graft agency listed items recovered from Nkwocha to include a sum of $2,200, an iPhone 15 Pro Max, a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, an iPhone 13 Pro Max, a MacBook, a gold chain and pendant, a gold bracelet, a gold neck chain, Mercedes-Benz ML350, and a Chevrolet Camaro, and a Mustang car. All are being recovered from this young man. Others include some properties at Cookies Count 2, located in Ocean Palm Estate, Ajah, Lagos, Unit C8, Lugbe Airport Road, Abuja, and Cookies Count 2, 2nd Avenue, Ocean Palm Estate, Ogumbo, Lagos State. EFCC said the suspect will be charged to court as soon as investigations are concluded. You get the point now, eh? Yaya Bello are still going up and down. Service to humanity, according to Governor Alex Oti. Being the text of a speech delivered by Governor Alex C. Oti, OFR, at the Citizens Town Hall engagement on strengthening community policing in Nigeria on August 22, 2024, at the International Conference Center, Umuahia. Here are the protocols. Number 1. On assumption of office in May last year, I announced that security of lives and property shall be the number 1 priority of the state government as stipulated in their constitution. Right from the inauguration podium, I made it clear that we were prepared to give everything to keep our people safe from criminals and those who threaten the security and peace of our land. Number 2. Those were not just empty words. We made good on our promises a few weeks later by setting up a joint task force codenamed Operation Crush and gave the team a very simple mandate: make Abia a safe place for law-abiding citizens and a very uncomfortable territory for so-called dear criminals. Number 3. We did not just stop at setting up a special intervention team to deal with the menace of violent crimes in all parts of the state. We want a step further to engage with the leadership of the various security and paramilitary formations to understand where they may need our assistance and the nature of support required to achieve our overreaching objective of effectively securing the state of Abia. Number 4. Our focus on security evolved around the understanding that everything else we planned to do in terms of infrastructure development and welfare of the citizens will amount to nothing if our people are constantly at the mercy of criminals. We had promised to build a 24-hour economy and make the state the hub of entrepreneurship in the country, promote prosperity and create a productive environment that supports the dreams and aspirations of the different demographics. However, we knew that repeated incidents of insecurity will derail our plans to keep our agenda on track. We did what we need to do to make sure we tackle insecurities. Number 5. While it is true that a few attempts have been made to sabotage our plans and create panic, we have also responded in ways that left no one in doubt that this administration has zero tolerance for crimes. Number 6. On this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me happily welcome you to the Citizens Town Hall engagement on strengthening community policing in Zojuria. Your interest in today's event points to the premium we all place on security as a structural foundation holding the development pillars together. Thank you for the great honor of your esteemed presence at this very event. Number 7. I want to very specifically or respectfully recognize and appreciate the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, Mrs. Imam Suleiman Ibrahim, and her entourage for this very timely initiative. May I also commend the ministerial team for championing the message of community policing to the nooks and crannies of this country. This change in approach is exactly what we need at a time like this, because all hands need to be on deck to effectively address the challenges of insecurity. I am glad that the Honorable Minister has taken up the gauntlet. Number 8. It is gratifying to know that more than ever before, majority of us are beginning to develop a more robust appreciation of the importance of security and our individual and collective responsibilities to keep our communities safe from the activities of those who traffic in and profit from criminality. We clearly could not have continued in the old tradition of isolating community leaders and other stakeholders in security discussions. What is happening today should have been incorporated into our national security protocol long ago, but as the popular saying goes, better late than never. Then number 9 on the list. The coming together of senior government officials, law enforcement personnel, religious and community leaders, med practitioners and stakeholders from the civil society groups presents a major opportunity for robust engagement across board in the search for a more enduring solution to our security nightmare. It promised to be a truth-telling exercise, one that will open our eyes to a new realities on the evolving dynamics of crime. Number 10. I am optimistic that events such as this will become more regular in our state because we need to continually evaluate our strategy from multiple lenses, assessing the effectiveness of our approach, the economic and social cost, and of course, how they impact the rise of the citizens to freedom of association, movement, and general pursuit of happiness. Number 11. For us in Abia State today, today's event will serve two interconnected purposes. One, it will offer stakeholders a chance to interface with each other and reach a consensus on where we need to collaborate more with the leadership of the security formations in our respective communities. In the same breath, we shall also go home today with new knowledge that will sharpen our awareness and give us insights on the danger signs to look out for, how to track suspicious individuals and events, and when to pass information to the security agencies to nip any untoward development in the bud. I'm also certain that the role of technology in preventing and tracking crimes will form an important part of our discussion here, because that is one advantage I believe we should fully exploit to stay one step ahead of the so-called criminals. Number 12. This town hall meeting is designed mainly to reawaken us to our responsibilities as citizens. As men and women, we must do everything within our powers to prevent crime or help the law enforcement agents to bring criminals to justice, just as we announced soon after we took over the reins of governance. There shall be no safe place for any criminal in our state, Abia. This statement was made with the understanding that we will always have the cooperation of Abia, who customarily abhor crime, to get the job done. Number 13. We are moving forward. It may now seem like a distant memory, but when we assumed office last year, several communities in Umunochi and Echikwatu local governments were firmly under the control of criminal gangs who kidnapped, robbed, raped, maimed, and killed our people at will. You may wish to recall that the former prelate of a Methodist Church of Nigeria, His Eminence Samuel Kan Uche, and 2 other priests were kidnapped in 2022 in Umunochi while returning from a function. Like the men of God, several other victims paid humongous sums to the abductors as ransom. Sadly, many never returned home alive. Number 14. One of the first things we did as a government was to liberate those communities, flushing out the criminals and made the roads, forests, and farms safe again. After we had dislodged the criminals from their camps, we went the extra mile to set up security posts in the towns and villages to offer effective response to any and every threat, especially from groups operating from outside our boundaries. Number 15. We have also adequately responded to similar security challenges in other parts of the state over the last 1 year. The government continues to gather actionable intelligence that have proved very helpful. Let me reassure you that our resolve to make Abia the most peaceful destination in the region remains very firm. Number 16. Even then, we are also mindful of the tactics or antics of those who may wish to reap some political advantages by instigating violence in different parts of the state. We have also received reports of clandestine moves to sponsor false publications in a desperate bid to portray the state in bad light. I can only say one thing to those or to these groups: we are watching you, and the long arm of the Lord shall catch up with you in no time. Number 17. It is heartwarming to have good representation from the media at this event, and I am inclined to commend our brave journalists for the patriot job you are doing for the country and in defense of our democracy. Let me encourage you to remain steadfast in the good old tradition and prioritizing the truth expressed through factual accounts over speed and hunt for clicks, according to Alex Oti. Number 18. Sensationalization of security reports pose a great threat to public safety and must be discouraged. Narrative that portray our security operatives as helpless, especially when they are making heavy sacrifices to keep us safe, can be very demoralizing and may actually embolden the criminals. I believe that it is very unfair to make heroes of those who kill and impose misery on families and individuals for whatever reason. Anarchy and violence must never be mistaken for heroism. Number 19. It is important to remind us that we cannot continue to deliver on the very important mandates of the administration unless we work collectively to make our state crime-free. The battle against insecurity is one that we must win. My assurance is that no matter the resistance on our part, we shall never lose focus. The last but not the least, number 20. Thank you for listening, and may God bless you all. Signed by Dr. Alex C.O.T. OFR. You get the point now? From all the way, Abia State, Abia State, Aba, or I can call it Aba, Abia State, oh my. So my people, now you go take a break. I don't hear the whole thing the way it take be. So please like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. Today is Friday. It shall be well with all of us. TGIF. Thank God say na Friday we day. Onye nwanyị bụ onye ọbụla ume n'afa nna na nwa na nke mmụọ nsọ, and so shall it be. Ngwanụ ka emesianụ.